But Profe, thank you for your time. How important is for a young player like Cesar Araujo to face quality players like Chara, Sebastián Blanco, and also how important will Mauricio Pereira be on this game coming up? Some pundits have unfortunately criticized his lack of form, which I don't personally agree. So, what are your thoughts on both?
Luis Carlos, yes, I think it's a good opportunity for Cesar to keep growing on knowing the league, knowing the players, understanding the dynamics of the competition here in the United States in Major League Soccer. I think his personality, his character, and the way he approached to his job is fantastic. So I think everything is easier for him in terms to adaptation on obviously the demands of the game are challenges that are come to any player, but Cesar will be fine. I think it will be, as you mentioned, a good opportunity for him to continue on that growing with Mauricio. Like always, Mauricio is our captain, a player that is the first connection that I have within the field and without or off the field. I meant he's a player that is always available. He's a team guy who's always there for his teammates, and obviously has some particular responsibilities that Mauricio understands. We're very proud of having him, and in this game, unlike any other, he will be very important. And hello to everyone here in front of our fifth game against Portland, a rival that we remember with our first final in the 2020 when we played him in the Powell, and now he given us the opportunity to go to their place and on a turf field, which is not a minor detail, but something that we have been preparing the group on during the week. A team that already had a difficult result in the last game, and we're ready. Just getting the team ready. A good opportunity for Mason and Adam. Just having Pedro in the national team duties is just open that space for them to play this one game that is really important. They have been working really hard for these opportunities, and then it just give us the confidence and will give them the confidence too. So we're looking forward to have them both available. They're very excited with the possibility, and surely they will respond accordingly to the demanding of the game, because they're very, very professional. They're always there, and the way they work, it has been just we have been thinking on the fact of playing in turf without over alarming the team, and just let them be that as a fact that it comes naturally as a game that we need to adapt quick as soon as the game starts. Sometimes it's difficult to simulate surfaces where you play, because they're in a different quality, or they even not close to each other. So we know pretty well what is the surface in Portland. Many of the game don't. Many of the players don't, and we're hoping to have a training there where we can just let them recognize a bit that surface, but not too much drama on it. We know our group and our players, they're always hearing that the power of the adaptation to any situation is one of our good things. So we will be careful on knowing that the bouncing of the ball is different. Maybe controlling the ball will be different, but something that soccer players needs to adjust very quick in the warm-up, and we'll try to help them prior to the game if we can put them in a surface like that, but not an easy task to do, but they're fine. We're not talking too much about it. Austin, it's normal that we put in our equations when we are preparing the game, how is the mood of the other team at the moment. We as a human beings, and especially working with groups, we understand that after the games, whether you lose, tied, or win, the mood of the teams change, and that's the dynamic of our jobs. That we work with humans that are all the time just in that dynamics, right? Just being high, low, or something. At the same time, I don't like to spend too much time on their mood or the other team's perceptions. I think we have to understand always that the challenge will be high while you're competing in first division, and especially here in Major League Soccer. I would like instead just encourage our players all the week and trying to make them feel confidence about what they're doing, trying to make them understand this part of the game that we need to get better, and how is our offensive phase getting better or not, and how is our defensive phase as well getting better, and how can we improve, and prepare them, just giving them information about the rival, basic information, and just make them feel that it's important that we perform well in our ways. That's the only way that I see that we can have that protagonism that we want, that sometimes we have it and sometimes we just have to deal against the other team. So we'll be fine. Portland will come, as you mentioned, with a lot of energy, just trying to bounce back from that result. We have been there too, but as we have to understand that as soon we manage our own things, things will be fine. It's a good opportunity for them. It's a good opportunity for me too, as a coach, to see what other variation we can include in our plans. I think is one of the big assignments that we have this year as a group, and just trying to be more diverse and the lineups, and trying to be more diverse in the way we approach some different games. How can be stronger in the things that we always do good, and or what are those things that we can replicate in the next game if it's what we need. But these absences, as you mentioned, Austin is the group understand that this is a good opportunity for somebody else to fulfill that spot, and at the same time just to show us the different things that we can use, not just now but in the future. So we'll be there. The boys have been excited, everybody, the youngsters are growing too, and I hope many of them can have opportunity this year.
Gracias, profesor. Una pregunta sobre las bandas de Orlando City. Portland ha tenido muchos problemas en ataque en banda, con asociación entre lateral y extremo en ambas bandas. ¿Qué importante va a ser el rol tanto de Alexander Pato y de Benji Michel, dado a las bajas pues, de Facundo?
Sí, mencionaste una parte importante del juego, es la amplitud que podamos generar nosotros con nuestros laterales o con nuestros extremos, o incluyendo jugadores interiores que a veces se convierten en jugadores de banda. Todo eso pues lo tratamos de coordinar, conscientes de que Portland, especialmente en el partido anterior, se vio frágil ahí, pero vamos a tratar nosotros primero de que nuestras secuencias y nuestro fútbol se parezca y se asemeje al fútbol de Orlando, ¿cierto? Y que con nuestras fortalezas podamos crear esas dificultades. Pero me parece muy, muy interesante el aporte que haces y la pregunta, porque realmente es una de sus deficiencias y el trabajo por banda, pues yo creo que ahora en el fútbol moderno se ve mucho más, ¿cierto? De una generación de fútbol por banda siempre te va a generar peligro para el contrario, así que está muy bien. Hemos pensado en eso toda la semana. Pues, Miguel, sí, Portland, pues hemos visto sus 4 partidos, los 2 que jugaron en casa con New England, los 2 que han jugado afuera también, jugaron con New England, con Austin en casa y estuvieron afuera con el AFC y contra el Dallas. Ellos son un equipo muy similar al que hemos conocido en los 2 años anteriores. Un equipo con muchas fortalezas, pero también con deficiencias que vamos a tratar de aprovecharlas. Nosotros, como lo mencionas, en un juego en Los Ángeles, donde creo que tuvimos control del juego, no tanto de la posesión del juego como nos gusta o como pretendemos en la mayoría de los partidos, de ser el equipo que tenga la iniciativa. En este caso nos tocó soportar por muchos tramos del segundo tiempo, sobre todo momentos donde Galaxy sumó muchos hombres en la mitad y tuvieron ellos con la pelota más iniciativas ofensivas que nosotros. Mas, sin embargo, creo que mostramos mucho carácter, mucha disciplina. Y yo creo que en Portland va a ser algo similar, ¿no? En ese sentido de luchar por el protagonismo del juego, por el dominio no solo del juego, sino de la pelota. Y saber que ellos tienen un equipo que se basa mucho en transiciones rápidas, jugadores que en un par de segundos te ascienden el juego a tu tercio defensivo. Entonces va a ser interesante. Nosotros nos hemos preparado bien y estamos listos, un par de más de entrenamientos y estaremos ya a punto para competir en Portland.